Rob, 2 from 2 so far, the perfect start, but equally tough assignment this weekend away to Welford Road.
Yeah, interesting game for it. I mean, obviously you say fantastic start, great credit to the players. You know, they've kind of followed up a great form from last season, stuck very closely to what we're wanting to do, have a real understanding of what we want to do, where we want to do it and how we want to do it, and time to stick at it really in games when it's tough, and then obviously how to exploit your opportunities. So all those kind of things seem to be going really well for us with a changed up side, because we have got quite a lot of players away at the moment, quite a large percentage of what you deem as our 23 that would finish the season off. So great credit to all those guys who've come in and got involved. But as you say, now we face a different challenge in a way, because you can see something different about Leicester. Could definitely see that in round one. There was a definite intensity around that performance that outshone Gloucester. I definitely saw signs of that last week as well at London Irish, where they'll probably feel a little, unfortunately they didn't convert a bit more of their pressure, Leicester. And I think that will probably hold them in good stead, that if they can maintain, as I say, that level of individual intensity, that there could well be something in the game there in them. So we've definitely got to make sure that our mindset is to turn up and work very hard. If we do that, we've probably got the togetherness and the stability in the squad and the unit to do well. But it always comes down to how hard we're prepared to work, how hard we're prepared to commit physically and emotionally to the game. If we do that, we give ourselves an opportunity. I say that every week, I know, but that's the beauty of sport. That is what sport's all about. When you're playing at the top level, in the top 12 teams in the country, there isn't all that much that defines the difference between them, on various days. So you've got to make sure you turn up.
We faced Leicester in the first game back after lockdown. You said they might use that whole period of the latter part of last season to identify themselves again under Steve Borthwick. Are you seeing that now, do you think?
Yeah, a little bit, and I think that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing a change there that's not quite yet moulded together, and that will come with time. And I think that's the worry all the time when you play them. Is the day going to be the day it clicked? We went to Welford Road last season and it felt like it was really clicking for them, and they shot out the blocks, didn't they? Got points up, and we really had to knuckle down and fight to come back out. And we just got to avoid that similar circumstance where we get a little bit out of intensity early on in the game. We've got to turn out ready to work hard. And as I said, there's not going to be a magic formula for us at Leicester or anywhere else this season, because our performance levels and our game plan and our systems, they're kind of there. Obviously, the Ali and Rob are tweaking things all the time. Of course they are, because they're always developing the side. But on the whole, we know pretty much what we want to do. And so it very much comes down to how hard we're prepared to drive those qualities every week.
As much as scoring tries and scoring points is a key facet of the game, not conceding is key as well. And the last 2 weeks must really encourage you. And the work that's been put in by Jules and the team is really coming to fore.
Yeah, well, I think every coach knows that there's no bigger attitude marker than defence. So being prepared to fight when you're on your line, or anywhere on the field, to prevent penalties that lead to pressure, that lead to tries, any of those things, they're a real marker of where a team are, kind of, as I say, emotionally and attitudinally. And so we're really happy with that part of it, because you do make yourself very difficult to beat if you don't concede a try. There are quite a lot of points on average conceded in the Premiership now. I think it's if you're conceding less than 18, 19 a game, your averages are right up there, because it shows you. So to only concede 6 in 2 games is fantastic for us. It's not something we can expect to continue forever, because rugby's not like that. It's a bit too tough, but certainly keeping teams limited to their scoring opportunities is massive, because obviously it keeps pressure off you on the scoreboard and it builds pressure on the opposition. So it's definitely something we're highlighting all the time, and it's something we're really pleased with.
You've got your international boys away this week again, but they'll be back next week. But equally, it's offered other guys chances, and Faku, Jack Walsh, people like that have really stood up. Will Whitty, another.
Yeah, but I think probably it's more, in a lot of ways, it's actually guys who've been here a little while, and you're really seeing kind of not reinventing themselves, but showing what good players they are. Look at Don Armour stepping into second row like he's done. I think Don's been absolutely fantastic. You see that back row trio, play together fantastically well with Jacques Vermeulen being injured, and they really look a really, really good unit. You're seeing Stu Townsend come back now and start to have some involvement. As you say, Faku dropping in at full-back he's taking his opportunity with two hands. It's a dangerous ball carrier, and he's only going to improve. There are huge aspects of his game for him to improve. His English is still improving every day, which is, those kind of things. You can't say they're not massive. They are. Looking at Jack Yendall getting so many minutes just shows you what a quality player he is, and what a great asset to this club he is. And then it's things like that almost please me more than anything else. Jack Noel having the injury now, and you're seeing, Woody and Flats become a real key partnership on the wing for us. And playing really well and contesting for kicks, scoring great tries. It's defending really well. There's some really nice things we're seeing amongst this collection of players. And as you say, alongside that, we are blooding a few new guys. Jack Walsh getting game time is great. Harvey Skinner's been getting game time. That's great. Tom Henrikson's been getting game time. Jack Ginnard getting game time. When you actually, Streety looked really, really good, and off the bench these last couple of weeks. All these things, they're massive positives for us. Richard Capstick getting involved and looking sharp and strong at the weekend. These are kind of things that are great for us, and they're things we've got to make sure we don't take for granted, and we keep talking about how we want to see them in the future.
You talked about Flats there, his try last week. You were all chuckling in the coach's bench next to us last week. It's amazing try.
Sometimes you've got to chuckle because you just don't know how something happens. There is a reality. You just watch it and you go, oh, it's not on the pitch. It's not, because for that ball not to just ricochet off at some odd angle is so rare in rugby. It's, fly hacks can go anywhere, can't they? Gobbler throughs can go anywhere. Any kind of uncontrolled kick can go anywhere. Now that's what rugby ball's about. And I don't think I've ever seen a volley struck that sweetly on the rugby field. You just don't see it happen. And great credit to him. But the credit you've got to give him is he went for it. He genuinely went for it, didn't he? He chased it flat out. He had one opportunity to take it, and he took it on the full. However he was going to attack that ball, he attacked it in exactly the right way. And I think because he's gone for it absolutely full on, it's come off, and he scored what's arguably going to be a very tough try to beat this season.
Final word on your international boys that have been away. They've all really impressed, haven't they, and played their part for their countries.
Yeah, I've been really pleased with all of them. I think they can all be real proud of what they've done so far. So they can cap that off this weekend with some big performances. Great to see all four guys involved with Scotland again this weekend, which is obviously great for those guys. Obviously, still good to have 2 or 3 guys involved with England. That's fantastic for us. And it's just, what I'm hoping for is they come back buzzing and ready to go, and having played at a decent level, so they're really ready for the Heineken Cup, because that's obviously the challenge. We're going to shift in the Heineken Cup very quickly, and you've got to start with a bang. If you don't start with a bang, it's going to feel like a tough old competition for us. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the season so far, but that's because the players have laid it on the line for us, and that makes it very exciting.